Critical minerals play a key role in the development of clean energy technologies today. As the energy transition pushes forward, the global demand for critical minerals is surging, resulting in both a capacity and capability deficit.
The increasing demand by the United States and the industries that support national security and economic security and growth, all of the innovation and advanced technologies require critical minerals. Based on that increased demand, since we don't control the critical mineral sourcing in most part, or the critical mineral processing and refining, we need to depend on foreign sources for those critical minerals. And most of that is sourced in one country.
I don't think we realize the extent to which our technology today, particularly hardware, is dependent on component parts. If we don't have access to critical minerals, we will see a crisis in terms of not only the batteries we make, the semiconductors, the cell phones that wear in our pocket, the cars we drive. It all comes back to the critical minerals. That's why we need more development of minerals within the United States, but also our allied partners.
The sluggish state of the U.S. critical minerals industry has led to a dependence on foreign sourcing, processing, and refining, putting the country at great risk in terms of both economic security and national defense capability.
If you look at the United States government, United States military, United States society, we don't have the minerals that we need to produce the essential, not even the luxury goods, but the essential goods we need. So we need to come up with innovative ways, but new ways that don't require so many resources, so many minerals.
When you're running a business, you want to have multiple sources of the raw material that you require for your industry to move forward and meet its objectives. Since we really only have one sourcing for those critical mineral flow, that can become a spigot under the control of someone else. And unfortunately, someone could turn off the flow of those critical minerals, then we're highly susceptible to the whims and desires of someone else. So we need to bring that critical mineral processing and refining back to the United States.
Sustainable and ethical mining operations are critical to reestablishing domestic supply chain, to ensuring economic security, and to meeting the growing demands of advancing technologies today.
Legacy mining has created a trust gap. It's sadly known for forced labor, human trafficking, and extreme environmental degradation. In the United States, it's created a real problem around, I don't want this in my backyard, and I don't want jobs that are exploiting my community and putting them down. So there's an incredible opportunity to take these old legacy mining practices, bring them back, but doing so where we're actually uplifting communities, actually creating sustainable and healthy jobs, which we can do here, as well as deploy technologies that have been built up over the last 20 years that aren't just actually like destroying the planet. We can actually use mining practices today that are actually remitigating previously poorly run mining practices and actually helping restore the environment, like the water tables and other parts of land, and doing it better.
Now, a strategic group of partners have come together with industry and academic professionals to create a transparent, sustainable, and resilient supply chain of critical minerals for the U.S. and its allies.
We started M2i in 2022. With the opportunity to create the strategic mineral reserve for the U.S. government and its partners. And we've been very successful so far, where we've done everything we said we were going to do. In order to be successful, though, we needed to have a management team that really understood the U.S. military and its budgets and everything about it.
By collaborating with industry and finding partners that can refine and store metals, it's working with academia, and then it's working with the miners and communities on the ground to ensure that that supply chain is robust and able to respond quickly. What we're doing is collaborating to create a supply chain that can then feed into a processing hub. Because the supply chain is so diverse, you need as many groups working together as possible to try and create a robust feedstock.
On a mission to advance responsible and sustainable mining practices, the ecosystem of partners has been researching and developing new technologies to assure supply chain of critical minerals.
The Strategic Mineral Reserve is really a platform that encompasses other capabilities than just the buy and hold and warehousing of critical minerals. We'll have a tracking and tracing technology that will allow us to know and be able to prove the provenance of critical minerals that are in the supply chain throughout the life cycle as it flows through processing, refining, and then into industry, into manufacturing from its origin. As the tracking and tracing platform is developed, it will also turn into a clearinghouse of sorts. So all of those critical minerals that will flow through there will be able to be either bought or sold through a request or inquiry.
The group and its partners are also focused on land and water reclamation in the wake of previous mining efforts that were not concentrated on sustainable land management practices.
Australia is, and in particular Western Australia, the preeminent mining centre in the world at the moment. So we bring a skill set to the US that allows us to assist in identifying ore bodies, identifying waste stockpiles that have critical minerals that have previously been discarded, and to bring world best practice to that, rehabilitate the existing sites, deal with the local communities, and create a domestic supply chain. So rather than having the US reinvent itself or try and find these answers, we've already done that the hard way, so we can actually collaborate with people in the US to fast-track the process.
The collaborative organization continues to bring together industry, academia, and research institutes to address real-world challenges and contribute to a more sustainable and secure future.